Another way that we will save transactions for clients, save deals for them, one big issue that comes up in which attorneys never want to bend on is a right to relocate. Sometimes there's a clause that gives the landlord the right to relocate a tenant. Most attorneys will say, no, we won't go for that. But what I suggest is that, well, hold on a sec. It's not just an either or, yes or no issue. There's ways to put guardrails around a clause like that can protect the tenant, make it very difficult for the landlord and costly to want to relocate the tenant, but that it's still acceptable for both sides. For example, as long as you put in, if the landlord can relocate us, as long as it's to a similar or higher floor, as long as we have a similar or better view, and as long as the landlord pays for all costs associated with that move. In other words, the space is going to get better for the tenant if the landlord wants to relocate a tenant. And by the way, those very rarely come into play because the landlord's going to have to spend a lot of money to relocate those tenants. And so most attorneys will look at that and go, oh no, we cannot allow a right to relocate to happen. But if you dive into the issue and find ways to get to the gray area and actually negotiate and discuss potential solutions that actually work better for the tenant, it can actually be a benefit for the tenant with the right parameters set around the right to relocate. So that's another way we save many transactions for our clients.